So this is the Palutena guide. I thought as an improvement to these guides, I would start off by saying, why the hell should you play Palutena? What you don't like with Pichu is that, I actually looked that up on the Kurogun Hammer too. She doesn't fast fall much, like she doesn't fall much faster when she fast falls compared to her regular fall. Also, get fucked. Let's fucking go. Someone clip that. I didn't think of her as a character I would at all like, but after just like playing through every character to get every character through Elite Smash, I just found her really fun. And the more I played, the more I started enjoying it. And she has some unique stuff like her side B and her neutral B, kind of how her ground tilts work, and dash attack and back air, which we'll get into. But honestly, the biggest thing for me was just how fast and mobile she is. She has a really fast dash speed. Her short hop is really good. Her aerials are not laggy at all. She has a teleport, which you can also slip off. And especially on Battlefield and stage with a lot of platforms, you can get crazy with that. And she's kind of just like, she's not too different from a regular Sonar, really. Like Marth or Chrom. But she has the extra little spice, which lets you express yourself a little bit more, catch some more people off guard with like her more unique ground moves and so on. So yeah, I think a lot of people should check her out if you like playing fast characters, if you like pressuring people. She is right now, I put her in B tier, but I think she might honestly be A tier. My opinion of her improved pretty rapidly as the more I played her. But we'll see. There's a bunch of people that play Palutena now. I play her as more of a secondary right now, but might play her more seriously. And then we have Buzz, and I think Nairo, who also play her a lot. Anyway, let's get started. So first up, we'll start with the specials. I don't know what this move is. Fire thing. Fire move. And so what's special about this is essentially it's a really far away special, and it does a lot of damage. It's 17. And there's two different versions. There's a tilt one, that goes a little bit shorter, and there's a smash one. So if I use the tilt one here, it won't go all the way. This is a really good like projectile, and if people are dash dashing too far away, and when you dash dash you can shield, right? You can just throw it out there. It's fast, and it will sometimes set up for like, usually it's set up for juggler and edge guard. Sometimes it will combo to upper for kill, and if you use it in the air, you can actually kill quite easily, and as well as edge guard with it. So in the air, you like in the beginning, it's pretty hard to control. Basically, it will do the same range, except a little bit shorter for the tilt one, but it will, you see how it goes up here? Basically go straight out from the exact position where you pressed B. So if you do it rising, see how it's below me there? And if I do it falling, then it's above me. Quite a lot above me. So it will take some time to get used to, but honestly, the weird way it works kind of helps her out a bit because people don't expect it. And sometimes you can read directional air dodges with it and so on. Yeah, it's a really good tool. It's not like the best projectile of all time or anything, but it's definitely something to always keep in mind, especially if you're playing against, say, like an Inkling, an Olimar, and when they're trying to, or like a Snake, and when they're setting up, you can use this move to snipe them out, get a lot of damage in, and keep the pressure up, even while you're really far away. And it also makes more people likely to stay in the range where you want them, which is this range, where you can space aerials against them. Right, next up is Neutral B. Neutral B is like, it's not really good, honestly. It's barely a move. You barely end up using this. The only real usage on the regular is that when you hit with a side B, you can confirm it into Neutral B for some extra damage. It does do like, it does do decent damage, don't get me wrong. Does 30. You can just press side B and then hold, and you'll get all the damage. You can sometimes use it as a straight projectile. It basically tracks and then shoots, so if they're moving quickly, it will very often miss. Doesn't do a lot of knockback, so you can get punished for this as well. I would generally advise using against it unless you know exactly when to use it. Especially starting out, I would recommend it. Alright, next up is her counter. Her counter works as a regular counter. It starts at frame 4, so it's pretty fast. Should like fall down fast when you do it, so that if they try to juggle you, you can counter. Since she doesn't have many fast ground moves, this is one of her best like scramble tools when you're really close and you know your opponent's going to try to attack. Countering is a viable option. It's not super strong or anything, but it is a solid counter. Then it also doubles as a reflector, so it will reflect projectiles. So that's also really good. Yeah, so it will reflect. It won't double the damage or anything, but it's always good. to have a reflector against characters that will spam you with that. Okay, next up is her uppy. Her uppy is a teleport, and when you first start playing her, you will suicide a lot with this move, and that's just something you're gonna have to go through. Unlike, say, Zelda, where you will like keep floating, you almost instantly fall down. You have some momentum with you as well, which means that if you go up, you'll keep going up a bit after, and if you go to the side, you'll pretty quickly fall down. However, this allows her to slip off the move, which can be really useful, and it's something that I'm trying to implement more. I think it's not the most useful thing ever, but it can catch a lot of people off guard. You can attack right away out of it, you can jump, especially on platform stages you can get pretty nuts with it, but it's not something I would recommend learning in the beginning. The beginning, I would just try to learn how to mix up your recovery, use the fact that she falls fast after, and so don't try to like aim too low. Make sure to learn how to sweet spot with it and so on. You can use this move to escape like this, and when coming down, it's invincible in frame 16, so it's not too fast, but it can work if they're giving you respect for your air dodge, for example. Okay, so that covers it for specials. Next, we're gonna cover her aerials, because that's really where you understand how to play the character. First, we have her fair. Really good aerial. It does 10% from short hop, 12 from full jump. It's safe on shield as long as you do it low. You can spot flash before they can grab. It will combo with a lot of things. You can grab, you can dash attack, you can do F tilt. It's an amazing aerial. It comes out really quickly. You will auto cancel it if you do it like this. And you can just use this move however you like. It's good for edge guarding, it's good for ledge trapping. You know, just go nuts. It's a really, really good aerial. It does not have a sweet spot. That's what I thought in the beginning, but and despite looking a little bit like Zelda, it really doesn't function like it at all. Okay, so the next up is neutral air. Neutral air is one of our fastest options out of shield. It comes out frame 5, so total will be frame 8. It will have, however, not hit super far with the first hit, so you do need to be pretty close if you want it to hit as soon as possible. It can also whiff on some short characters, but it does lead really well into combos. It's one of your best combo shorts, so if you can get a down throw, you can just keep chaining airs like this and get them off stage. And it's also a great platform pressuring tool. Keep in mind that if you don't hit all the hits, they will pop up like this, and you don't actually get a combo from this. But you do get like an advantageous situation, so you can like grab them if you think they're gonna shield. You can do jab if you think they're gonna press a button. You can spot dodge if you think they're gonna do something, and so on. But yeah, really good aerial. You can use it while full jumping as well. Just make sure that you time it so that the last hit hits when you're coming down. Not very laggy at all either. Next up we have Downer. Downers works as a spike, but it won't spike grounder opponents as far as I know. It will just send them slightly back. You can use this if you want something quick and like decently powerful out of shield, especially if they're behind you, and just like, you know, hit the ground. Maybe if they're crouching or playing as an inkling, just using their dash. Use this move really well to just get them off you. It can be hard to combo off, but you do get a good juggle and usually an edge guard at high percent. And then you can also use it to just outright spike with as an edge guard. Not the best hitbox, but it's still something that opponents do have to look out for. So it's a move I'm going to try to master in the future. So I can explain it a bit better maybe later. Next up is Upper. This is one of our main juggling tools and damage tracking tools. It has a really, really active hitbox and a really good one too. So you can cover air dodge with this by just following where you think they're gonna go. And it can also kill at reasonably early percent, especially if you're like juggling them from like the top battlefield platform, sorry. And so on. So definitely one of your best kill options. It's a bit weaker than it was in Smash 4, but it's still a very, very good juggling tool. Next up is her backer. Her backer is actually invincible. It comes out quickly, and then it's invincible with it. It's not as invincible as it was in Smash 4, so it's been a bit toned down, but it's still a very, very good move to beat other active moves with. Why do I keep going inside this? So let's just put it on invisibility. So I'll start the back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So on 7, it's invincible. Then on 8, I believe it's not invincible. I'm not completely sure, honestly. Yeah, it has a question mark too. It's upper body invincibility 7 to question mark. So we don't actually know completely, but it is a little bit invincible. Not as invincible as it used to be in Smash 4, but still very, very good. And it can beat out a lot of moves. And it's also one of your highest kill combos. I mean, one of your best kill aerials. Will kill at like, say, 130. And it can also be used really well for edge guarding since it can go through upbeats. It's also safe on shield as long as you do it late enough. You can do spot dodge the shield grab. Some moves can punish this, like Nair Shadow Shield, but generally with decent spacing, it's really hard. So it's an incredible aerial. Does 12%. You can trip people at low percent. It's just really, really good. So yeah, definitely something I recommend using. You can comment into grab at low percent as well. Yeah, that covers it for aerials. I would generally suggest using a lot of short hops. Rising short hops if you think they're going to jump. If you think they're going to stay on the ground, you can do a bit later. So you make sure it hits them. Short up, fair, and back are definitely your mainstays as if you think they're going to stay on the ground. And then Nair can be a really good air to air. You think they're going to jump or they're on the platform, you can catch them with the Nair and get that big juicy combo that sends them off stage and just really sets up her whole game plan. Next for her ground moves. Her ground moves are kind of weird. Her jab is really slow. I think it's 8 frames or 7. It has pretty good reach though, but definitely not one of the best jabs by any means. Does decent amount of damage. I don't think you can comment to grab like you used to be able to in 4. So it's got a bit nerve like that, but it's still an okay jab. Her other tilts have been buffed. F tilt is faster, I think, and really active. If you use the run up pivot tilt to get the slide, you can put out a really immediate hitbox, and as long as you're doing it from far away, it's pretty hard to beat before the F tilt comes out. Just keep in mind that it has quite a bit of startup and a bit of end recovery, so it's not completely safe. This will also kill by the edge at higher percents. Next up is down tilt. Down tilt has, I think it has 2 hitboxes. I'm not actually, yeah. So it can also sometimes hit them above you, which can combo into a short up fair, and that happens generally when you hit them in the air, I believe. It's a really good thing for 2-framing. It's good for hitting people like that when you're just trying to jump to the edge. It's surprisingly low recovery. She can kind of like just shield right away. So it can be a good like bait out tool. They think you have this huge lag and then you do this and then like counter or you shield into something. It's one of your better ground pokes for sure. Up tilt is a pretty good tool now. It doesn't start too fast, but it does a lot of damage and it's really active, so it's perfect for catching air dodges. And yeah, pretty standard up tilt, but still a decently good one. And she also she crouches really low, so it can anti-air moves. And because of it active frames, you don't have to be super precise, you know, at reading exactly, oh, he's gonna jump exactly right now. You can kind of do it a little bit early and it'll catch many timings. Next up is the best ground move she has by far, and that's her dash attack. Her dash attack doesn't look much when you first look at it. I didn't really understand why people said she had a really good dash attack. It doesn't go too far. It doesn't really do anything special on hit. But when you look at a hit with invincibility on, you start to understand that it has a lot of invincibility frames, just like her back here, but even more so. It has invincibility from 5 to 6 for upper body, and her arm is invincible all the way until 16. So it's basically, it will beat a lot of things as long as you time it properly. Even aerials that are fully out, she can just blast through with the dash attack. It's really fast. It hits on frame 6, I believe. And if you use the command for fast dash attack, which is dashing forward and then pressing C-stick forward, which is the only way to do a fast dash attack out of dash. Well, the fastest possible one at least. You can really get it out in a lot of scramble situations and after like shielding, for example. It also combo from things. It won't combo like into things. It just combos from things. So you can't do like this into F2, for example. But it does set up a pretty good juggle. And if they try to press another aerial, you can just do another one. Because it'll beat that. At higher percent, it will set up for a juggle, and then at like really high percent, like 140 plus maybe, it will start killing as well. So if you're having a real trouble killing, you can start using that. And it's really just helping out her ground game a lot. Once you're afraid of this fast dash attack, then she can start throwing out this, the down tilt, the side B, and getting more time to let her jump. So it's a really good ground move, and definitely something you need to master if you want to be good at Palutena. I think that's it as far as moves go. We still have throws to go through, however. Up throw is your best, like, I'm just gonna send them really far up and then maybe like get an up throw. Not too useful though. Generally you want to default into doing down throw. Down throw is a combo throw at many percents, and especially if the DI in, you get like a really juicy nair, to another nair, to fair, and so on. If the DI away, sometimes you can only get a dash fair, but it's still a good combo starter, I would say. You just have to read what they do next. So if they like jump after the fair, or if they air dodge after the fair, or if they attack after the fair. So it's really good to have that. Still be shielding for the dash attack. You can instead just do run up grab and get your streak started that way instead. As far as her fourth throw, it's nothing special really. However, her back throw is a kill throw at high percents, so keep in mind that if you grab someone at high percents, like near the edge, you can kill people with it. Not too good of a back throw, but still something to definitely keep in mind, especially if you ever ace yourself. I think that it, as far as basic moveset goes, if you want tips with her, I think her general game plan is basically threaten short up fair and back air, air to air with nair. Also use full jumps to mix up your timings and your angles of attack with full jump nair, fair, and back air. And then you can also anti-air with up air, up tilt, and side beef. She does have smashes as well, which I actually forgot to go through. So let's just do that right now. Her F smash is a pretty strong F smash, about 19%. Will hit them far away with pretty good range. Nothing super ridiculous, but still like it can beat a lot of moves. So if you think they're going to run up and do something, dashing back into an F smash will often hit, even if they were standing point blank. It also has a bit of a win box at the end. So if you barely miss, sometimes you're safe, sometimes you can gimp with this. Next up, her down smash. Her down smash covers both sides. It's not really anything special other than the angle it sends at. It's pretty fast. It's alright overall, but nothing too spectacular considering how slow the startup is. I think this also has a win box, yeah. Now her up smash is pretty unique. It's pretty slow, but it's extremely active, and it has hitbox all the way up. It can hit the top platform of Battlefield, and it can also 2-frame some recoveries, hitting them when they're trying to recover. So it's a really good up smash, as long as it's used in the right situations. And one of the things you can do out of, say, parry to get a kill. We'll start killing it around 100 on many characters. Why play Palutena over other top tiers? So I think she's in many ways a little bit similar to Chrom in the way that she is aerial based, she has good pressure, she's really fast, agile, good hitboxes, good juggles, combo throw from down throw, but she has projectiles, so she's a bit more even rounded. She can fight people that use projectiles on their own game. She has a bit more weird stuff such as neutral B, the different counter, and her up B step offs. And then in general, she just has better recovery, which means that you can go really far off stage and then really quickly up B back without too much risk. Whereas say Chrom, you know, like obviously can't go really far out, and if he gets gimped by back throw, he's really far behind in the match and so on. She's a really interesting character. I'm not completely sure what I think of her yet, but I do think she is unique in the way that she plays in many ways. She doesn't struggle too hard with kills as well. She gets them pretty naturally from upper juggles and such. So let's say another character like Wolf, who actually has slower aerials that are less safe on shield. He has way more trouble naturally just spamming aerials and then killing them with it, basically. How would I rate her? I think she is high tier-ish. I think anywhere from B to low S, I think is likely. In the end, I still think she's probably going to be worse than Chrom, mainly because of her ground game being a bit weak still. She can't, if she had a good, like one good poke on the ground outside of dash tech, which is obviously unsafe on shield, she would be really good at just like pressuring people, just like Chrom is, where you can do a fair, throw with spot dodge grab, like just that safe jab or so. Best edge guard options. I think back air, fair, F smash obviously if they land on stage, down tilt, and dare if they go low. You can also do run off nair like this and drag them down and then make it back. That's really good against like Fire Emblem characters, for example. Yeah, exactly. You can 2-frame characters really easily with it. Toya! But it's just so fast. Such good aerials. I'm out. Teleporter. Toya! Oh wow. Oh wow, that was cool. I don't know if it was intentional, but that's cool. No. Toya! I feel like A wouldn't really work on her. She's too old. Ishi the fishy, thank you so much. Let's fucking go. Someone clip that. Why should you care about the 5 worst things in Ultimate? Because I think it's interesting to hear people actually talk about what problems the game has, in a way that's not just, oh, it's not melee. Or maybe not twice. Or maybe. Oh, I should have up smashed. Maybe down smash. I don't know what's faster. That combos?